Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a look here at OGN. Once again, see what's going on, of course, and help understand a little bit more about big picture, best practice, and help you out, I guess. That's the concept, right? Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Love teaching people how to trade. Hopefully you can learn something here today. And my goal is to ensure that you become more self-sufficient. So if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a website. Link in the description below. I look forward to helping you out there. I send out signals, have a trading academy, and of course, an amazing community at your back 24/7. So thank you so much to my current community members. You are amazing. We have almost, I think somewhere in the range of 250 members active at this point. Really awesome stuff. All right, taking a look here at OGN. So here's the thing, first of all, with OGN. We're up above both moving averages, or sorry, the major moving average 50. We're below the 200. That's kind of not going to, we won't have to worry about that for a little while, perhaps even tomorrow. Just kidding. I don't know if it'll continue that high that fast, but we are testing some key level resistances here. So just to kind of touch on this really quick here, there's a previous support level right here at about 57 cents and effectively a resistance at 55. So 55 to 57 is a resistance channel, so to speak, for the moment. And if you look at that here where the price action's at, it came up past that, but it rejected out based on that being a potential resistance level. It's like, okay, this has been a previous point of contention. We're going to go ahead and sell off at this point. That's effectively what's happening. And that's not a bad thing. We just need more volume to get there. And by the way, there's a tremendous amount of volume. I think it's inevitable for the price to continue higher than that point. Once again, it just depends on a few other factors. Let's see how healthy that continuation is. If it's good, then we can expect perhaps more. But I like the fact that it consolidated right here at about 41 cents. You see this here, this previous resistance? It came up past that and used that as a support. Love to see when that happens. That basically means that we're in price discovery now. Yes, I know we're not in all-time high territory, but we're basically redefining its price here effectively. And when you pass an all-time high, it performs the exact same way. And with this descending type of pattern essentially coming down, breaking above the 50-day SMA, these are all things you want to look at to kind of help compound this increase. So it's definitely doing everything it should right now. The key here is that we've got a lot of volume. When that volume starts to dissipate, we'll start to see the price potentially come back down. But it's too early to kind of anticipate that just yet because this looks very momentous. We are up over 70 on the RSI, typically not a great thing, but that can work as a support level. So we'll address that here soon, see how that bounces if it were to. Looking at the 4 hour though, this is of course one thing that usually is concerning, but it's not terrible because it went up over 70 on the RSI, but came back down already. That's kind of nice. I prefer to see the price kind of hang out and consolidate right where it's at, right around 56 cents, kind of hang tight there for a moment, and then maybe get another leg up potential later. But here's the cool thing about this increase here. That's very nice. That's actually really cool. You don't see that too often in a lot of charts, but when you do, it's usually a very, very good sign. It just shows that it's probably going to continue to progress. Just know that it might try to come back down and come up again. And we'll look at some Fibonacci retracement levels here. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and see what that looks like. And looking here, what we should see, just say that hypothetically the price were to come back down, it could bounce off of 52 and or 46 cents, okay? So there's two possible scenarios there, but the bottom line here is that this time frame here, let me get rid of that so we can see a little easier. This last 8 hours of push, it was really strong, really fast. 40% in just under 8 hours, that's a lot of movement in a short amount of time. So for it to be able to sustain that is less likely. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It could potentially work out that way. If we look at TD sequential 2, you can see we should have stopped here, but it continued to progress higher, came down to a 9. So what it's doing, it's fulfilling its full 9. In other words, we could potentially see that'd be 20 hours worth of bullish continuation to the upside. There's that potential. So again, just keep in mind, OGN has tremendous potential to continue to not get exhausted in a short amount of time. It continues for a very long time on these runs, which is a good sign. But the fact that we're up 40% in just under 8 hours is concerning in the fact that we might expect the price to kind of consolidate and hang tight and relax for a little bit before it legs up again, or a retracement might be necessary in order for it to correct itself, considering it jumped up too fast. Everything that on the chart here tells us that this is probably going to continue, minus the fact that we're overextended on the 4 hour. Why don't we take a look at the 1 hour and see if that shows us anything different. So we came up to an 8 and got a reset. So obviously we have potentially, I would say at least 7 to 10 hours worth of potential retracement here. So I think it is likely for the price to come back down. How low will it go? It's hard to say specifically. Once again, 52 cents, that was a previous high, could very well work as a support level. So we might actually see that be a nice little bounce off of 52. So a DCA target would be 52 cents as a round number there. And then of course, if it were to lose that, it could come back down anywhere as low as 41 cents. The key here is if it doesn't come any lower than just say 44 cents, we'll be in good shape because it would still be making higher lows and higher highs. All right, so again, all good stuff here. There's literally nothing adverse that I can see, minus the fact that we were overextended. We hit an 8. Once again, we had basically 8 hours straight of continuation to the upside, 40% increase. That has to calm down and relax for a little while, okay? If it tries to leg up again too soon, it'll come down a lot harder. So we really ultimately want this price to go sideways and or down for a little while in order for us to get that correction, that next leg up. Because this would not have happened if it didn't come back down here in the first place, right? So we got to recognize the fact that consolidation is a good thing. That's the concept here, all right? So again, we're looking actually decent there in that sense. Just expect a pullback here in the near future. I would say about 8 hours worth of downtrend, which is nice too, because by the time that 8 hours is up, we're going to be close to the market close, and we'll know at that point better as well what Bitcoin's looking to do for the weekend. Okay, so a lot of good stuff here in that sense, but keep this in mind. OGN doesn't really care about Bitcoin too much. It's really performing itself very well, mostly independent. Okay, and once again, identifying independent coins from Bitcoin is extremely important, and that's something that I try to teach in my trading academy and my community, and it's helpful to understand that because if you know when something is working separate from Bitcoin, it doesn't have that codependence, then you can really just help, it can really help influence your decision to push the price action or to obviously add to your position as the price action goes higher, right? A few different scenarios there, but generally speaking, OGN is looking very good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the cloud. We're probably going to be well above. We have no indication here of wanting to sell our position. So again, if you have a long position, don't sell. Even if it were to retrace, the likelihood of it coming down and bouncing off the cloud and or this support level there, 52, is fairly high, okay? Again, it should not lose in this momentum. It should be able to continue, but just know that we have, we're the best way to describe it is it flew too close to the sun too fast, and the wings effectively burned off, and the price is coming down a little bit, right? I know there's some kind of reference in there. I can't figure out which one it is, but oh yeah, Icarus, is that what it was? Anyways, regardless of the fact that terrible analogy aside, I think 52 cents should be the likely bottom, and we should expect the price to kind of consolidate closer to that before the next leg up. If we lose 52 cents, we'll need to reevaluate and kind of understand where it's going to go next. Maybe with some other key level Fibonacci retracement lines. But for now, I think that we have a pretty decent support channel there just based on the simple fact that we have a lot of volume previously just below that. In fact, why don't we just take a quick look at that here? I haven't looked at this in a while. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because right here at this previous high, there's a tremendous amount of volume. The price couldn't go any higher. It came up here, blew through that, came back down, used it as a support level. So once again, 41 cents I would say is the absolute bottom, or 42/41 cents. And if the price were to lose 52, not the end of the world, it comes down to 42, that'd be a great place to be able to add to our position. So I kind of almost hope that the price continues to progress lower and to bounce off 42, which is that key level support, make a higher low and effectively come back up and establish the next higher high. That could very well be the case. Either way, all good stuff here for OGN. Do not consider selling your position per se, because the fact that we still have a green light for the Ichimoku cloud telling us that until the price literally comes down to 46 cents or progresses sideways and consolidates like we're expecting, we should expect a bounce off 52. That's basically what we're seeing here. So I hope that works out, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. If you're not currently a community member, CryptoCache.tech is the website. I look forward to getting to know you better. You have yourself a great rest of your day. Thanks again.